Hello. All right. So
A
today,
79 subbed as Prime and says, hey there. 0x1 end of line.
AJ
90
Slim
contact
70.
subbed as tier 1 and says, come on, do this one like a Vulcan. End of line.
AJ Slim 79. Thank you for the Prime sub there, and for get my hair out of my face. 26 months. That's this many. Thank you so much. And Majenko, thank you for the tier 1 sub there, and for 30 months. So yeah, that would be minus that. So there you go. 30 months. Thank you so much, Majenko. So all right. Now, we're continuing the servery
Or
nonsense.
CHEER 100. I swear Helen has that routine scripted as I can never get in time. End of line.
You know, it's pretty easy. I definitely have a mouse here I could do it with, where you can disable the ratchet on the scroll wheel, and my wheel's even weighted. Like, rebind that to left click and then just spin it, and then it would just rapidly click here. So, can't mod for now. There's a cat laying on you. You have more important duties to attend to, I understand. So, and Chloe, thank you for the 100 bits there. All right. Yeah. So, fun fact about that. I think I probably mentioned this before, but I do know some people have issues with that, but I have outrageously good finger control from having played stringed instruments. You would think, except that's my right hand, not my left, which would be used for that. So, yeah. Anyway. All right. Good thing it's not my house, Richard. This is an office. Alrighty. So we're going to work on the 10 gig networking, but actually we're going to work on 40 gig networking because everything should be done. So what you missed or over the last week was I took the QSFP Plus cards home and I did flash them. I had to install Ubuntu 2004.0 specifically. Also, fun fact, go try and find that. You cannot find Ubuntu 2004 point release 0 because it seems like it was just expunged from the internet. I do not know why. I found it on some really weird, like, backup Launchpad clone site mirror thing. I don't know. Anyway, I got the cards flashed, and I put the DAC cable on one card at a time, and then used iPerf to force data through it so that it would go through that. Yeah, Vital, can you find me 0.0 on there? You can't. No, they don't. They do not. So Let me double check
Follow
this.
Tier 2 and says, end of line.
Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah. Obviously Kubuntu, because GNOME is disgusting. So yeah, duh. Like, I didn't even occur to me that I had to specify that because it seems so obvious. Yeah, Kubuntu 2004 you can't find. Yeah, duh. Okay. So there, try to find that, I guess. Anyway, Follow X, thank you for the tier 2 sub there. Oh my gosh, you're the first one for 30, wait, no. It's always this and that. 33 months. Yeah, 33. Thank you. Have to have fun. Certificate expire on a system or a non-normal way to manage certificates through web interface. Ugh. Archive.org it. I did not look for it on there because I'm a little suspicious of something like that. So I did not look for it on there, no. Okay, let me explain what we have going on. So if I press this button, boom, look, it's video capture. But hey, check this out. Boom, no video capture. And boom. Yeah, it should be popping back. There we go. I put KVM in here. What's up? Okay, so this is an IO Gear 2-port DVI KVM, and I actually have a 4-port version of this exact same KVM, and I think I'm going to just kind of throw it in there somewhere. Maybe I'll like Velcro strap it to the top of the Aruba switch, because then I can have everything plugged into one. Now, I still am going to use the EDID emulator there, and I think I'm still going to leave 2 HDMI keystone jacks in here because I think it would be beneficial to have one that's just not connected, so when I unplug this I could just go put it over here just to store it. But I think I'm gonna run all the servers through this, and then I'll leave the EDID in there, and then as far as I'm aware, this works by cloning the EDID of this and then sending it to all servers or systems, however you want to think about it, at once. So it should, in theory, be possible to run everything through the KVM and only need one EDID emulator, and then I can just unplug it and plug in the next dock or whatever my video solution is. So it also might be possible to rack mount this. One moment, because I think I have the box for the 4-port over here. I see it. I don't know if it came with... no, that's a first aid kit. There's the box. It doesn't sound like... I don't know. I don't know if there were... Oh, no, it's for the 2-port. I don't know if it's rack mountable or not. Let's find out. Just get a rack shelf. It's too narrow for a rack shelf. So let's see. Nope, no rack ears. So yeah, not rack mountable, unfortunately. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, I'm just gonna treat the Aruba switch as a rack shelf. So suspicious of Linux and archive.org, be more suspicious of stuff uploaded by that Ekpaku guy. He still uploads all kinds of random stuff. Yeah, that guy's weirdo. Doesn't even finish his PDFs. No, it seems too easy to try and modify an ISO and host it on archive.org. So, yeah, it could probably use a torrent. So the only torrent I was able to find for it was hosted by a Chile university, and it has 0 seeders. I started downloading their copy of it that they did host because they had a mirror of it. But my internet at home went down. Who would have guessed Cox Internet would have problems during the download? And I'm not kidding. It was going at 600 kilobytes per second, and it broke the download. So I gave up and installed GNOME version. So, yeah. So, sitting at the bottom, one corner, partially suspended wires. Yeah. We'll come up with a better solution. But yeah, I kind of like this idea because now I only have to run one keyboard and video connection thing. Also, check this out. I didn't show this off. Oh, yeah, rack shelf. That's right. There are shelves that are... See, I was thinking of the rack shelf like I have this thing on where the shelf part goes full length to the back rails, and then it just has like 2 little things that stick underneath. I forgot you can have them... Well, I mean, I have one over here that the network switches on. I forgot that that's like a thing. So yeah, anyway, that's fair. Also, look at this. Look, I have real fiber cables that are not the orange ones here. And I want to take a moment to talk about this. This is 3 fiber cables all run into a sleeve joined together here because there is in my final network routing plan a set of 3 parallel fiber cables. And I'm just going to make you guys stop and appreciate this because this took so long to make. This was awful to run the fiber cables through this. This is 1/2-inch expandable nylon sleeving. This was horrible. Oh my gosh. 0 out of 10, do not recommend. But I wanted them to all be managed together and kind of protected because I didn't get armored cable for that run because it doesn't need it. But yeah, I wanted that. But oh my gosh, it was awful. So bad. So anyway, yeah, I have those there, and then I put the 2 QNAPs that I'm using for internet in over the red cable, and then internet network out for the blue one for my laptop. Yeah, tidy. Yes, that's the idea. Is this will be tidy. It's a mess now while we're working on it.
As tier 1 and says ERINPL 1 COFFEECAT. End of line.
Walker, Texas Dangler, thank you for the tier 1 sub. And for 22, that is this many, 22 months there. Thank you so much. Yeah, self-knit cable protector. No, actually though, I found a listing where you can just get it on a spool. So I just, I threaded 1 cable through the spool, and then snipped it once I knew exactly how long it needed to be. I could have, you know, just measured it out, but that would have been, you know, one of them things that requires thinking. And then I had to run 2 more cables through the nylon sleeving while there was already 1 in it. Yeah, it was just it was horrendous. Anyway, yeah, that was not smart. I shouldn't have done that. That was just awful. But yes, very tidy. I am happy with it. So now it's probably a bad time to mention get those multi-stranded fiber cables pre-made. Probably. I imagine you can. I didn't think about that before I bought it because it was one of those things where I think I've shown how the stuff works. This square here, I think, is the junction box, or that might be the QNAP. You can just pretend this is the junction box. There's a demarcation box that I have that these will plug into, and that was only like a last minute addition. Anyway, also for the junction boxes, we had SC connectors when I needed LC in that last time we looked at it. I ordered LC joiners, and they do fit in the box correctly. So that part is solved. I have everything I need to make the junction boxes work. They're just at home because whatever, I don't need to have them here. I might bring them here when I eventually make a video out of this just so I can demonstrate the like full setup, but they're not here right now.
Marshall subbed as tier 1 and says end of line.
K Marshall, thank you for the tier 1 sub there and for 24 months. I appreciate that. All right, let me show you things, stuff happening, going-ons. So this is the gigabyte server, and I'm now realizing I need to turn on the not gigabyte server, so let me do that. This, by the way, is the drive that has 2004.0 on it, in case we need that.
CHER 100 when I make a video saying how much I hate networking.
Yes.
End of line.
Yeah, that'll be like the theme. Maybe I should make like a shirt that says I hate networking for when I make the video about it. Yeah. But thank you for the 100 bits, Chloe. All right. First time catching stream since you're setting up the off. It's been a long time. Well, welcome, Alfie. So, all right. We can actually do this and then boom, watch the other computer boot maybe. I haven't tested this. So this is the 1080 Ti connected over DVI. I don't know how that's going to work with the KVM. It should work, but I don't know. We'll see. Soon 10 gigabyte server. I mean, it should hopefully have more than 10 gigabytes of storage. That's a good sign there, by the way. Building a Turing machine in your garage. I don't know what would be considered a Turing machine. A Babbage engine, I would be aware of. All right. I don't like that the wallpaper's the same. We need to fix that. Um, or FC connectors didn't work even too much. Oh, I don't know. It was just the weird ones. Yeah, 10 gigabit server is, well, actually, my server has been 10 gigabit for a really long time. Why is the USB not working? Hold on. This is gigabyte. Okay, we got video. I'm gonna leave this one alone, and then, oh, wait, no, yeah, why is this not working? Okay, let me go check the connection on that computer, because it should be working. What? USB ports plugged into the USB thing. Just do this again in a different port, maybe? Double check. Yeah, that's good. I have more cables, if need be. Hopefully I don't need them. Okay. Now? Okay, that's good, sure. All right. Should save the console for last. We're not going to use the one console I have. I didn't mean to change, but at least it's working now. Oh, this will let us know if... Okay, good. It's not just that... Oh, you couldn't see. It's working. Okay. Do not look at a fiber with the remaining eye. So after I ran the cables through the sleeve, I actually used my flashlight through the fibers to make sure they were still working. Because it took so long to do. I wasn't afraid they were still going to be good. All right, let's set wallpaper. The Nebula one is still kind of like the best ever. We'll also set the gamer desktop to be dark theme, and this is how we're going to differentiate these two things. Okay, let's look at this. So we have a QSFP DAC here, all right. On both machines, we have the same connection. Oh my gosh, KVM is so nice. Yeah, this has to stay in here. This is ridiculous. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to have a third server in there, so I may not need the 4-port. But I do have the 4-port. I don't really use it here, so yeah. So glad chat doesn't have a redeem for change wallpaper. Yeah, no, that'd be awful. So, all right. Most 850 you can see. All right, anyway, here. QSFP DAC, okay, so these are connected. I currently have them set to automatic link negotiation. If we look, boom. This one is QSFP, but then the bad news, I think, let's find out. Link speed, wait, 40? Is it going to make a liar out of me? What? ETH tool, that, for... I mean, that makes my life a whole lot easier, I guess. Okay. So it wasn't working. Yeah, job's done. So let me explain what's happening. After I got the firmware updated on the cards so that they matched and had the ability to do 40 gig over ETH mode on both cards, I put them in the respective machines, fired up the computers, and then they were stuck in 10 gig mode. They weren't working in 40 gig. So they might be working now, I guess. Let's find out. So we're going to client on that one, and then we'll server on this one. So there's the server. Here's the client, and ooh, 20. Okay, now that's not amazing. Why? Okay. Well, that's interesting. I mean, it's working at least, but yeah, it's not tremendous. I could have got that by just bonding the connections to the switch. iPerf is CPU bound to add more threads. How does? Man, iPerf. I will say on a garbage Haswell i5, it was able to do 30 gig or 40 gig. So I don't know. Launch 2 concurrently? I mean, I really think it should be able to work without this. Unless it was lying to me. I don't know. Okay, I mean, -P? Custom port. No, unless that was capital P. Hold on. Thread. Separate number of parallel client streams to run. I per spawn off separate thread for each stream using multiple streams and result in higher throughput. Okay, so on the client side, I do the dash P then. So dash P4. Well, that. Okay, so these are individual ones, and here's cumulative. Okay, so cumulative or sum is correct. Okay, good. Whew! All right, it's working. Well, that was a fun stream. That was... Okay. All right. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys an option. We can either just fart around with some random stuff with this for the next hour and a half, or we can try and set up a test bench computer that I will eventually take home, and we'll try and configure the cards using the OFED software to always be in ETH mode, so I can disable the kernel module ETH mode config thing. MakerBot print, never. You want to see 2? We can try 2. That was wrong. Okay, that'll work. Because, yeah, all I'd planned here for the next, like, hour was to fix this. I really didn't think it was just gonna work. So, yeah, it looks like Testbench is winning. All right. I have one problem with that. I don't know what motherboard I want to put in there. And I'll show you why this is an issue. It's a very frustrating issue. So, I'll be right back. Because I thought I knew what I was going to put in it, but then the case was like, lol, psych. Oh. So, I have one of these, and this is kind of like the ultimate test bench case that you want to be like a long-term test bench. If I had not built my open frame test bench, I would have used this case. And like everything I own, I'm not allowed to buy it new, so it had to come from Goodwill. And what I thought would be just the best Antec skeleton. I'm not sure what you mean, Antec skeleton. Also, I did get your email or Patreon message, Wesley. I don't remember what the other things were, but I actually have the CRT Rejuvenator, and it's very complete. So I don't need that, but I do appreciate it. I kind of just forgot to respond. So now that's fine. Yeah, I actually really like this case. Unfortunately, it's kind of beat up. There's like a SATA backplane thing for the drive bays up front, and someone just like ripped the cable off of there and it destroyed it. Anyway, what I thought would be fun to put in there was the old server motherboard. It's just that it doesn't actually fit. I mean, it fits. It goes in there, but along the front of the case, there are grommet things back here where cables poke through, and because the cables go through that, and then the metal rounded part sticks out so it doesn't cut the cables, the motherboard can't actually fit flat. So it's like they did try to design it to fit this kind of board, and then they made a mechanical CAD mistake. Because it fits, but it's not actually usable. It's super irritating. So we can't use the old server board, which I really want to use because of IPMI. Because wouldn't it just be baller to have your test bench have built-in RDP? Let me have a moment here, Wesley, see what that is. Antec skeleton. Oh, that's not bad. You got one of those at Goodwill? That's amazing. Maybe some electrical tape? No, it won't mount flat. That's the problem. Here, let me get a good camera angle on this so you can see what the problem is. It's gonna be really hard to get a good camera angle on this, but maybe if I'm lucky. Here we go. You can kind of see. So cables come through this, but then this lip sticks out. So I would have to grind this lip off, in order for this board to fit. It's literally touching the both sides of the case.
And says they'd love to see the speed system net fiber link. Peg that needle. End of line.
Willie Fleet, thank you for the tier 1 sub and for 23 months. That's that many. Thank you so much. And sure, here you go. I have it set up. We just did it because it apparently decided to just heal itself while I wasn't using it. So there you go. 40 gigabits per second over QSFP plus. So yeah, and shorting the fan header. Yeah. There is no difficult problem that cannot be solved with a Dremel. Yeah, no, we're not doing a Dremel. But yeah, we got 40 gig working by just ignoring the problem, I guess. So anyway, I don't realistically, so the motherboard fits in the case as well as the video card fits in your case. Yeah, I do actually wonder how well modern video cards would fit in here too. So here's the thing, okay? I don't think it makes sense to try and use this motherboard in here as much as I would really like to use a server board. Let me go put this away. I would really like to use this board. So I have two options. Somewhere around here, I should have a second, I'm just going to look really quick if it's where I think it is. I should have a second i5 4670K system that I think I got it here. That is the same as what's in my VGA capture computer. Yeah, this is it. Oh my gosh, what's it caught on?
Like a Halo sub as tier 1 and says end of line.
One moment, it's bugging me. Okay, here we go. All right. So we could put this in here, which I am extremely partial to. This goes this way. So I still kind of really like this motherboard and system. So fun fact here, the VGA capture computer and this one are exactly the same. So this is the exact same motherboard CPU, not the RAM. Both me and someone else I know built basically the exact same computer at the same time, kind of unintentionally. The one in the VGA capture computer is theirs. This one is mine. And for this build, I went bananas on the gamer red aesthetic. That's the one time you're going to hear me use that kind of thing because it's not cosmetic, because it's not one thing, it is the whole theme. I even went so far as to replace some LEDs and things with red LEDs. So, yeah, but I'm leaning towards putting this in. The other option, and one I'm not super duper a fan of, is using what's inside of that system there, which is an X99 i7 10900. I guess we can just LSPCI because it's on. We take the board out of there. Both of them have AIO coolers on them, so we're not going to be removing the cooler and repacing or anything. X99 is still kind of usable. That's the thing. So I could have a better system at home, but I'm never going to use it because this is going home. What is it? It is i7. Oh, that's way worse than I thought. What? Huh. Okay. Well, it's that. Okay. It's an i7 59. Dude, that's like 1 gen newer than this. It's not really that much. Huh. But anyway, so it's either this or this, both of which I think have, yeah, both have 32 gigs of RAM. So they're kind of equivalent. The only real difference is that this one, does the other one have onboard video? That one does not have onboard video. Decision made. It would be stupid not to use the one with onboard video for the test bench. Yeah, so here's the other thing. Whichever one does not go in this machine stays in the office, and that continues to be our random modern computer for things. That's why we're using it here for the server stuff. So at home, for example, I took the QSFP cards home to reflash the firmware because literally all I had to do was just sit at a computer desk and then beat my head against a wall until I found the right Linux incantations to flash the firmware. There's no reason for me to come into the office just to do that. So I took the cards home. At home, I have a terrible ITX motherboard that I was putting them in. Not a good system. So I just want something slightly better. And then the other nice thing about this is that in theory, I'll be able to put this in the server rack. And if I need to run something longer term on the test bench, I could just run it into that and then put it into the KVM or do video capture or something and just remote control it. I might even use the VGA console cart thing, and then I could just fully like remote bootstrap this with KVM. So even though it doesn't actually have that, it does have native VGA, which would work directly with that. So I could do that. So, funny thing she pulled off the wall this week, 1U vertical rack. Ooh, that's kind of cool. But 1U, that's weird. So it's just like meant for only holding a switch or something. Fun fact, these Aruba switches, specifically say in the manual, do not wall mount them, which I assume means vertical mount. So there's a DL380. Okay, that's not 1U. Now I don't know. DL380 is 2U. So, all right, let's go ahead and do this. Let's build this out with this motherboard. I think I've talked myself into this being the motherboard we use. Yeah, 1U racks have very loud fans. Yeah, they're insanely loud. I own a DL360 that I would have actually liked to have run, but it was just too loud. So, yeah, that wasn't happening. All right, what is... Oh, this is the accessories for this. Okay, so minor problems with this machine. Is the rack using dodgy public Wi-Fi? I mean, it won't be at home, but here, yes, it is. Red it is? Yeah, I think the red board is the right play, because I really like the idea of the onboard video, because then I don't have to dedicate a video card to it, because it's going to be a 1070, maybe a 960. Actually, I could probably fit a 960 in there, but still, it means I just don't have to, which feels like the smarter play. So, okay, I think I lost the fan screws for this heatsink. It's nice you can buy a nano KVM for these days. Add it to an IP. Ooh, I didn't know that. That does sound pretty handy dandy. It's not this, is it? That just looks like a long U3 or M3. Let's just find out. Is that thread? This threads. That's going in there. No, not really. Okay, well, where'd those screws go? Well, that's one, I believe. Why is there only one in here, though? You know what, that can't be it, because then the hoses wouldn't mount right. You know what I bet it is? I bet you take off the fan, and then... Okay, never mind, we can just do this. All right, X91 is one of the last few HEDT platforms. I don't know what that is. So... it's meant for servers. How many people need mount 1U switch? It's a meter long. That's what that 5920 is. It's insane. The curtain rods fall into garbage. Every single screw failed. Oh, that sucks. Drywall stuff's always terrible. All right. Ooh, we're going to put the red power supply in here. Okay, the 900 watt power supply is going home, I guess. High-end desktop. How is that dead? You mean...
Amy catch subbed as tier 1 and says local fiber not internet same. It is but a dream. End
Yeah.
of line.
I'm a cat. Thank you for the tier 1 sub and for 33 months there. That is this and this. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Anyway, I don't understand what makes high-end desktop like a dedicated thing. Like, why isn't just an i9 now a high-end desktop? Or whatever the AMD one is. It's like Athlon, right? All right. I have no idea how I'm going to film this for you guys. Because it's so cramped in there and tall and difficult to get a camera up into. To put this in perspective, the workbench, I think, is about 3.5 feet off of the ground. And it's like, this is an 18-inch tall case, maybe. So this is already really high. Even if I grabbed an actual tripod, it'd have to be at like max extension. Threadripper, I mean, yeah. X99, lots of memory channels, PCIe lanes. Oh, so maybe for Intel it would be then. Because I don't think they have anything like that anymore. Yeah, Threadripper, definitely the kind of thing that's like that. Except Threadripper doesn't have high-speed single cores. Because it's basically just a diet EPYC. All right. Let's get this attached. There are problems that I'm going to have to figure out, but we'll cross those bridges when we get to them. So, first thing, I got to make sure all the screw holes line up. So, 1, 2, 3 there, and those are all good. I see one there, one there. Okay, there's one there and one there, and one there and there. Okay, so as long as there are no extra screws, there are not. Okay, we're good. I can cinch it down. By the way, since this is the last time we'll probably see this motherboard, I'll point this out again because I just love this. All right, this is the MSI Dragon. Okay, the VRM heatsinks are the Dragon. They're fantastic. Well, that's probably the last time I'll ever have the ability to show you that. Because from here, that board will probably never be removed from this case again. All right, where did I put the bag of random nonsense for this? There it is. This Z87 G45 for the motherboard. All right, here's one of the problems. So again, on the front of the case, there are 3.5-inch bays that have rails that I don't have, and then they slide the drives into this back plane so that you can like hot swap drives. Really cool idea, except one of the SATA ports was absolutely destroyed by whoever donated this. So yeah, we're not using this. But that's fine, because I'm probably never going to have a 3.5-inch SATA drive in this thing, ever. So it doesn't really matter. But it does mean I can't mount any 3.5-inch drives. Now, I tried to put a floppy drive in here, because I'm crazy. I actually grabbed my Pentium 4 era Dell rails that I have squirreled away and tried to use those. They don't fit. I'm disappointed by that, but not surprised. So, do custom replacement PCB, or I just use cables like a normal person. Motherboard supports 4,000. Yeah, so I have an i5 4670K in here. That's the wrong screw. There we go. Filtered out the screws for the backplane. SATA device is devil, yeah. All right. Where do I find the 10-pound sledge? Alrighty. It's going to be really nice to finally have a system that's not terrible. You know, do I know where the 430-watt Corsair power supply is? Oh, it's at home, actually. That's right. I took it home to use with the test bench. Okay, so here's the thing. We're going to put the 900 watt Antec in here temporarily, but then we're going to take it out before I take this thing home, and then I'm going to put the 430 watt Corsair that's meant to go, well, that, I mean, I just don't need, like, yeah, so. You know, a motherboard is old when you see an SLI logo on it? Yeah, that was definitely one of the reasons why I bought it, but obviously I never really was able to utilize that. Because, you know, I thought, oh boy, I'm gonna SLI finally, because I'm building a nice computer, and then it just never made sense to. I was gonna SLI for NVIDIA Surround, and then I think it was the 680 came out, and it was the first card ever that could single card NVIDIA Surround, and I was like, well, there goes my reason to SLI. $950 watt and the P400 desk here. I mean, I have a 900 watt down there, and it kind of matches this really well, so I'm really tempted. But you can't see it when it's in there, so it's not like it matters. So, trying to remember if I have any other M-SATA drives. So the VGA capture machine boots off of an M-SATA drive because, I mean, why wouldn't I? It's just sitting there waiting to go, asking to be used. But I don't think I have any other ones because M-SATA was a very, very short-lived format. Yeah, AMD Crossfire right there. So that's the average SLI experience, yeah. Okay, so here's how I'm going to mount this. I'm pretty sure I need to take out...
As Prime and says, end of line.
Love me 2 times. Thank you for the Prime sub and for 18 months there. That's it. Thank you. So I think I need to take these out and then mount the fan more directly to the thing. So let me just do that real quick here. What shenanigans are we up to? I don't see any smoke yet. So my computers somehow fixed themselves overnight, essentially. And the thing I thought we were going to do today, we don't have to do. So we're doing a different thing so that I can break the thing that fixed itself. Oh, this is an old AIO. It's contemporary to this machine. It's kind of amazing that it still works. All right, so this is going to go here. And then the pump is... Why is the pump not plugged in? We got CPU fan 1 and 2. I don't remember what their deals are, so we're just going to plug a pump into 2 and the fan into 1 and just kind of hope for the best. Okay, so that's going to go like that. I can't remember. Is there... Do I want it this way? Well, hopefully that's not the way it needs to go, because that pokes up over the lip, so it literally can't go that way. It could possibly go upside down if that was better, but I don't know. When was the last time this was run? Probably not that long ago. I think we've used it on stream before. So yeah. Is it zip tie time nut? No. We have the actual fasteners for this. I'm just going to do it like this and hope for the best. Done with AIOs. It sucks so bad they all fail. This one is ancient and has not failed. Knocks on wood. I don't trust it that much. But I wanted water cooling, but I didn't want to do water cooling. And now that I've done water cooling, I know I was right, and I don't want to do water cooling. Needs more dust. The dust is structural, okay? You can't take out the dust or then it stops working. Congrats, I guess, yeah. So what it was is I had set up the 40 gig cards I was trying to use in the last stream. I actually fixed the issue over the week while I was at home, and I brought the cards in, and then they wouldn't do 40 gig between the two machines, so I thought we were going to have to spend today fixing that, but then it just worked. So, yeah. Shelby's bingo doesn't do water cooling networking. Yeah. Nope. Do not want This case has 80 millimeter fan spots. Why? I mean, the basement's so huge of this thing, I don't really understand what I'm supposed to put over off to the side. There's like mount doodads down there. I don't know. So, gonna go with Fat Noxo Tower. Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I have NHD 15s on my, well, on my, I have one on my desktop at home because I ain't dealing with that. I see the NHD 15 as nearly being just a giant block of aluminum that you just dump heat into, and probably by the time you're done using the computer, it's not even heat soaked yet. So it just takes it, and it just never heats up. It's awesome. Okay, so that's that. Now power supply. This might be the end of the 900 watt floppy drive killer. Now it's actually a floppy drive killer, by the way, because it has officially killed floppy drives. Water-cooled PoE network cable. All right, yeah, hold on. Can I push this? If I do this and this. All right, we're gonna mount the power supply, maybe. I don't really know how this works. Oh, you can take the side panels off. I did not realize that. Let's do that right now, because it's gonna make life so much easier. I have this case, but plan on cutting the top off to make a bench test bed. So that's what I'm using it for? Oh, you want to cut this. Oh, you can just drill out the rivets. You don't have to cut it. I don't know that that's going to work out that great. I mean, maybe it does. I don't know. What is that? Oh, that thing. Let's just get that out of there. Also, they put thumb screws on here for some reason. Like, put them on the case so that you can take the panels off tools? No! Put them on the power supply. Oh, yeah. I mean, I kind of get putting them on the power supply mount, because probably have to change the power supply more than any other component. But still, it feels a little weird. EV charge cables are water-cooled? Some of them are, not all of them. Also have network connection to the car. Yeah, it kind of bugs me that doesn't have a like a wireless network connection built in. Okay, I don't get why this area exists, but you know, whatever. Do I have a SATA optical drive that I could just chuck in here real quick while I have access to this? Let's see. Is this? It says Light Scribe. Booyah! SATA optical. It might even work.
Prime says 11 months, 31 months more took over the answer to everything Kappa. End of line.
Collab, thank you for the Prime sub, and for 11 months. That's this one and that 11 months there. Thank you so much. All right, hold on. I need to make sure I have that up. Okay. Let's see, IO shield. Yeah, I should own the IO shield. I do not know where it went. Unfortunately, I'm going to guess that it's on the shelf where I just pulled this board off of, but it's not easy to get to, so we're not going to worry about it. It does bother me I don't have it, but yeah, I don't. Okay. My case has a tray there for the drives. That would make sense. This may have had that at some point. Yeah, okay, it definitely did. I could see dust clear spots here where somebody just unscrewed that, and then, you know, like they just took the drives and then left me like hosed without the mount at all. Dude, the person who donated this thing just like kind of wrecked it. I don't even know why they donated it. They clearly did not care about it. Anyway, I guess this makes it easy to do all the front panel stuff. So let's just do that real quick while we're here. So there's USB 3 cable, which I will feel like I have won the lottery if it works, because these never work for me. So we'll see how that goes. All right, that's plugged in. This AC97. Oh my gosh, it actually has AC97. Okay, I was kidding, but cool. That goes there. Is there a way I can be all sneaky-like and route this? Oh, wait, that's literally what this is meant for. I can just run it along here, then just poke it down the side when I'm done. Come on, plug in. Oh, one of the pins got bent. Whoever, you know, previously owned this board, yeah, definitely. Jerks, why'd they bend the pin? Yeah. Grrr. There we go. Why was it he would have cleaned it? No, see, that's history right there. If I remove that, then I won't know that I'm missing something. See, accidentally made that guess before. Let's see. What happened to the backplate? I have no idea. Them not caring about is probably why they donated. I mean, donate versus just throw it away. That's what I mean. Okay. So power LEDs. By the way, if you happen to work at a motherboard manufacturer, if you don't silk screen the stuff onto your motherboard, you're a bad person. Just throwing that out there. It doesn't. Oh, wait. That's right. This is a very confusing motherboard. Really going to use the front panel audio ever? I mean, I plugged it in. The answer's no, but, you know, I definitely won't if I don't plug it in. Anyway, on here, they put this white square to indicate common ground on these. So the power LED minus goes here. Even worse is totally blacked out cases are impossible to get light into without studio lighting. Yeah, that's one of the nice things about this one. I was so excited when I found this case. I've wanted one of these for a long time. Okay, reset goes here. Power switch goes there. What's this? Hard drive LED? Sure, why not? Okay, boom. And then those will all go along the side. Now it's zip tie, or twist tie time. You're gonna run this through here. Widen your view out. Okay, this rocks. I really like this case. Again, thumb screw where there should not. Wait. No way. It is unbelievably awkward to get to, but this can do it. How difficult is it? It's kind of useless. This has a motherboard tray. But you would have to remove all of the cards and unplug everything. I mean, unplugging the cables, that kind of makes sense. We got to remove the cards too. So it really isn't any more convenient. And you have to take off the side panels. You have to take off just as many screws to get to this as removing the motherboard. So what's the point? But I'm going to replace these thumb screws with like just regular case screws, because then I can use the thumb screws somewhere that is like actually helpful. You know, I was going to try and match black ones, but I'm never going to see these again, so who cares? That's really surprising. Reason to lower like an oven rack, yeah. Yeah, I had no idea there was a tray to this thing. All right, let me put the other twist tie on here so I can have this all nice and managed. I'm putting some extra long ones on here too, just so that I can have bonus room. Go ahead and get the AC97 audio connector down there as well. Oh, you can't see anything. I bumped that. Hello. Okay. Self-tappers. Yeah. Use drywall screws. Oh my gosh. Nope, there's 632nd. Fiber testing for what? Just local data transfer? Yes. So I have a rack over here with what's going to have multiple servers in it, and they will be interconnected at 40 gig between those. But then for my workstation computers, I'm going to have 10 gigabit fiber links well, one workstation, one laptop will have a 2.5 gigabit Ethernet connection, copper. But yeah, speed up intranet. Okay, let's put in the optical drive while I'm thinking about it. So this one, it's one of them doodads. So we'll just pop this in here, flop that, and then there we go. Optical drive. And then while I'm thinking about it, I'll just pop in the blinking plate. Almost got it. Is that? That can't be right. It feels like it's gonna fall out. Oh well, maybe that's fine. Blu-ray burner? No, it's just whatever random SATA thing. I own one Blu-ray drive. It's in my actual desktop editing system because that's the one I use to stay on the good side of the Blu-ray copy protection. Definitely. Okay. So cool, I want one of those cases. It really is a nice case. Oh, but that optical drive thing, that's fairly common for this time period. Yeah, if you want an optical drive mount, that's just those latches, pretty much any case from the tail end of when they had them will have that. All right, last screw, and then I got my bonus thumb screws, which some of which will be used on the card brackets. I'm gonna get 2 more out of this as well because I'm not 3 more because I'm not an idiot and I'm not putting thumb screws back on the power supply mount. I have no idea why they use them there. On that, let's put the power supply in there. So, the last time we're gonna see the 900 watt Antec because, and I think you will all agree, if this was gonna be permanently tied to any system, it should be the red and black motherboard with the red and black power supply. So this is meeting its final resting spot here, and I think it's gonna be worth it. Oh, Vinyl Knieve, I know. It's hilarious that they do, but yeah, that's, yeah, it's all just, it's kind of annoying, actually. It's annoying that that's how Blu-ray works. I'm going to try and use black screws on this because you can see these. Can I find 4 of the same kind of black screw? Okay, there's a hex head. Hex head, hex has that. That's 632nd hex head. Okay, I think I found 4 black hex heads. Famous last words, yeah. Wait, I gotta have 8 screws to install this. Why? This isn't more convenient. Yeah, now this power supply dies. We'll try to fire this thing up, and this will be what finally kills it. All right. So I'm gonna pull the case down onto its face because that'll make it easier to drop the power supply in since it's all weird. Also, non-modular, so a giant cable basement like this, kind of nice to have. Oh, I should remove the power switch thing. Okay, let's find out if the power supply even fits, because it's super duper long. Yep, it's good. Also, because this is ye old-fashioned case, they know that your fan's gonna be here, so they have a filter for the power supply fan. This is like this was meant to be. I'm really enjoying this, actually. All right, let me find more of the correct screws. Put the power supply in there more permanently. Found 2. That's the like minimum number. Now if I can find 4, and then it'll feel good. That one's the M3. I'm running out of black ones. Uh-oh. Okay, we're going to have to use... Oh, there's one more. Okay, if I can find one more black 6/32 hex head. That one's super long, but it'll work. All right, we're good. PC has a motherboard with all the connectors located in the back of the motherboard. Oh, yeah, I think that's some kind of like prototype thing. I don't know that'll ever happen. I kind of hope it doesn't. That definitely seems like something Dell would have done. Kind of sick of all black PCs. This is this era. So this gets a pass because it started it. Just like by like 2006, you're probably sick of silver PCs. But 2002 era is when it started, so they get a pass. Yeah, Willie Fleet, it is actually easier to rip Blu-rays than it is to just play them. Ultra plan minimalism has become kind of oppressive. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so we need one CPU connector, which is all this has. I was checking it this morning to see if this 900 watt power supply would work with the server board. It would not. This is a 2-pin or 2 quad sock. I don't know. It's one of them 8 minifix Mullick Jr. whatever things. So plug that in. Is that correct? Yeah, okay. And then I need the big one, which is there a better way of routing this? Kind of. Just best use to make MKV? Yeah. All right. This is actually going to work really well. Oh, I think I'm going to like this setup so much. This is awesome. This is exactly what I needed to do this. Almost like, you know, it was made for it or something. Okay. I don't need a billion power cables. I'm going to route the PCIe one over to the other side and then make it like really easy to get to. Am I also a mechanic? Not professionally, but I do repair my own vehicles. I have once had professional service, and it's just because I didn't own a bearing press. So I think I get a pass on that one. All right. So here is the PCIe card power cable, and I can make this share the cable management with, you know what, let's replace these with Velcro straps, actually. I think it makes way more sense. Why would I not do that? Because it makes it more maintainable. Where are they? Are they over here? Well, there's some. Oh, I was bumping things. Hi, now you see me. Back to this. Yeah. Have I flushed power steering system lines before? No, I have not done that. Probably need to on the van, actually. But, you know, that's why do today what you can defer until you have to buy a new vehicle. Bearing press, own a hammer and a drift. I don't think that's going to work for putting a wheel bearing in. Especially not in a front wheel drive thing that's got a giant knuckle for. Okay, no, this sucks actually. This doesn't work. Never mind. Back to twist tie. Whistles innocently, yeah. All right. Jaguar independent rear suspension. Ooh, I could see that being a pain in the butt. Yeah. All right, so now that cable will just be right there, ready to go. Are there... What are these? It's almost like they're handles. Is that what that's meant to be? Why wouldn't you just... That's kind of too well thought out. What? All right, well, put that to the side. Okay. What else? I need to connect the optical drive. I had a SATA cable around here for something, but I don't think I need... Oh, I was going to connect the... something to the thing. Okay. I am only obviously allowed to use red SATA cables for this, so give me a second. I got to find all the red ones. Do I have any that are color matched? These work. There we go. Okay. So yeah, obviously only red SATA cables. I mean, just duh. So I need to plug in the optical drive. Is there a good way of routing this? I feel like this one's long enough I could sneak around in such a way as to work well. Data's on this side, so I'm going to plug in power first. Red SATA cables at 5 horsepower. Now you get it. Yeah. Also, while I'm thinking about it, let me do this. I'm going to manage the power cable for the CPU here. All right. Now I need to push at least one SATA thing over through the case so I can power the optical drives. Okay. And by drives, I mean drive, because I don't see a reason I would ever put multiple in here. Okay. Put this here. Okay, I feel like it's going to be easier to thread this through this way rather than try and push it up in there. All my red SATA cables come with extremely mid motherboards. The most pedestrian stuff money can buy. I mean, that's kind of what this is. This is not that fancy of a board. I mean, it was all fancy gaming, but it's not like it really means anything. All right. All right, there's the optical drive connected. For all those times I'm not going to use an optical drive, I keep trying to envision in my head where I can put a 2.5-inch SSD, because that didn't exist when this did. I have no idea, Majenko. I bought it at Goodwill. Need individually sleeved cables wrapped in foil wrapper. Jeez. It's one of them. Ooh, it's got a USB 3 on the front. I mean, I plugged that in, but it didn't actually register. Near PSU? What do you mean near PSU? It doesn't say squat. There's a serial number, but that's it. Zip tie to 3.5-inch caddy. Velcro it onto the PSU, yeah. I'm thinking hard about this. I wish I had blinking panels for these. So, one of the workflows that I wanted for the office and streaming and stuff was to use 2.5-inch SSDs to record the streams. And I'm set up for it. This is the streaming computer. It has a 2.5-inch SSD thing. I don't know that it's actually using the data that's on that drive in there. But I don't do that because I restream through the server, so I just have the server record it. Theoretically, it would be higher quality to record it here, but then if I'm actually caring about quality, I'm just recording it in camera. And then the VODs get saved on YouTube anyway. So basically, I never ever use that. So I'm thinking I could take out the 3.5-inch bay there, which is in a 5.25-inch adapter, I could put it in this, and then I could just stick 2.5-inch drives here, because I use these all the time for testing weird random stuff, and I think that would make the most sense. And then I don't have to deal with this like falling out, because I feel like this is going to fall out every time I look at this wrong. And then I'll just tape this over. Or just not look at it. So I'm just trying to think, like, can I get that 3.5-inch or 2.5-inch bay thing out of the streaming computer while I'm streaming? Or fix the backplane? No, that doesn't help because I don't have the rails, and these are 3.5-inch bays, not 2.5-inch. Well, it's not about YOLO, it's about, like, literally, is it even possible? Because I may have, like, fully properly attached it, and I don't. You know what, I'm going to try it. Let's just lay out. I kind of want it. First, let me check and see if I'm using any assets that are on that drive. I don't remember if I am or not. Okay, so actually, I don't think I'm using any assets at all anymore. I think that was kind of like the whole thing. So this, nothing. I mean, that kind of, but I don't even really do. Yeah, okay, there's nothing being used off of that drive at all right now. If I unmount that, it should work. Yeah, SATA is hot pluggable. The only the only thing that's on there is my Blu-ray rip of Army of the Doomstar. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm safe yoinking that. Why is that on there? It's not like I've watched that here. All right. So, yeah, there's that drive. We're not using that. Stream's fine. Now I just need to unplug the bay. So let me try that. Oh, this is going to be complicated. All right. That fan's probably going in this case too, by the way. Miss computer-free capture boxes with built-in storage. Yeah, I've never used one of those. I could see preferring that workflow. I just tend to need to capture such weird stuff that never works for me. This with thumb screws. I'm going to take off this panel first, even though I shouldn't need to, just to see if there are screws holding it on that side, because I am the kind of person who would do that. Oh, I tightened that one a lot. Let me grab the short screwdriver from somewhere. It's on the other side of this case completely, is it? No, where'd it? It's in my pockets. Where's the stubby screwdriver? Oh, all right, I guess I'm running this one back there. Stream goes down to 3, 2, 1, yeah. I will go ahead and leave the remote desktop up so I can see that. Don't forget the anesthesia, yeah. Is that a Metcal? Oh, yes, it is. Absolutely Metcal, MX500, you betcha. Yeah, Metcal is the best soldering iron. Done, end of discussion. Let's not hit the power button. So if I remember correctly, I have it set to just like instantly power off. Because I'm weird. Okay. Thought the stream actually died, and then Helen did that as a slight blip. Oh gosh. Okay, so not screwed in on this side, so I didn't need to take this out. Wow, there's like a bunch of dust in there. Huh, how'd that happen? Well, let's just close this back up and pretend we didn't see that. There we go. I should probably do water cooling loop maintenance at some point too. One of these days, I'm gonna, like, oh, the Battle Mage, Intel, tiny cards, anyway, B88, or B5880, or whatever, B58, they made a new low profile card. Want. Ah, come on, thread. There we go. Okay, now this gets extremely careful of this USB Wi-Fi dongle right here that I don't like snap this off. So, yeah. Here we go. Ooh, it's dark in there. I miss, oh, dark computers. Oh my gosh, that's tight. Where? Oh man, I was looking for this. That's my laser pyrometer. Man, I needed that for the video I just recorded. Dang it. Oh well. Didn't know we were in an Italian restaurant. Look at spaghetti. This is just what happens when you have a bunch of electrical engineering stuff, like the hose and air electrical power, the Met-Cal. It's like, this is 2 for that thing, and then it just happens. Okay. Come on. I need to switch to the big tip. I think you have that exact case for your desktop. Enthoo Pro. It is the best contemporary case as far as I'm concerned. I own 2 of them. I like it so much. All right. There's one down. Now can I get the other one with hand tightness? Nope. I'm going to guess that there's stuff pressing on it. Oh, well. All right. Don't shut off the computer. Whoa, a fan just kicked up. Ow, pokey. Oh, it does not want to come out. There we go. Ah. Okay. Only low profile Batamage saw it was an OEM only product. I thought there was an actual one that was going to be sold. All right. I just have to unplug the stuff, which that's really hard to get to. You know, let's just hope I can like push it out maybe, and then it'll just like be easy. Is that a screw? Why did I screw it in? Maybe it doesn't fit correctly elsewise. I'm just gonna hope I can yank on it and then there's not like the latching SATA cables. Oh no, there's, uh-oh. Why are there drives? I don't remember that part. Testbench is offensively as messy as mine. I don't like looking into this mirror. You don't want to know what's behind camera. Anyway, there's drives inside of this. I forgot about that. I don't know how critical those are. So now I need to figure that out before we can continue. All same hot air gun. I mean, yeah, that you don't need fancy. Desoldering gun though, I had the Met-Cal DS1. See, you got to pick your points where you spend a lot of money. Just hot air, anyone can make hot air. Hot air going the opposite direction though, that's hard. All right, let me look at drives. What am I booted off of? Because I'm not even sure those are plugged in. We have a... If you unplug them, then you know real fast if they were important. Yeah, stop ring operation in the middle is dangerous. We're not necessarily done yet. I might still be able to yoink them. Is that Samsung a 980? 1 tera? No, this is NVMe. I don't even think those are connected. They're not even showing up in partition manager. Tweezers. I am all in on the MX500. It's so good. I only have one set of tweezers, unfortunately, though. Free SATA drives. I mean, they're about to be freed, yes. Okay, so The only drive that shows up in the KDE partition manager is NVMe on this machine. So, in theory, they aren't connected. So let's try this. This was clean down here, by the way, at one point. And I don't just mean before I moved in. There were recent projects that utterly destroyed this, and the server stuff is absolutely just making everything terrible. Okay. All right. Looks like we're still alive, so we're all good. Okay, then. There you go. You can have this. Hadn't found a good enough deal for the desoldering tool yet? Yeah. Yeah. I understand. All right. How'd you get a video into my server closet? Yeah. Yeah, I feel like there's two types of people. There's the kind of people who don't do a whole bunch of networking, or not networking, who don't do a bunch of weird random computer stuff. And then there's people who know what it's like to have their house be just a disaster all the time.
Says, imagine being 1 hour and 23 minutes late to a stream. Shaking my head. End of line.
David, thank you for the tier 1 sub there and for 33 months. I appreciate that. Overextended my elbow doing that, and it's still very sensitive to that. Anyway, I think we should continue the tradition of not having those drives connected and then being surprised when they show up again. So we'll just do this like that, and then we'll never know. Successfully remove the module, and now the world isn't going to end? Yeah, really. No, I'm going to take these out. I will have to figure out what's on them. I don't know. I don't plan on having a permanent boot drive in here, so I don't need that. I do need red SATA cables, though, obviously. So we're going to put those in. What'd you miss? Here, I'll just show you. This is, sorry, page not found. That's what the thing is. This is networking, and this, that is 40 gigabits per second networking. So yeah, we accomplished, wow, that's a long SATA cable. We accomplished the goal way faster than I intended to. So we're just kind of doing a different project that's sort of related, but only kind of, not really, but it is, but it's not. Okay, you realize those are only VGA, Diego. The SSDs aren't red, the build's ruined. Exactly, that's why it has to be the Samsung. See, red. I mean, the Kingstons kind of work, but when you look at these in the light just right, you'll get like green and yellow. Like, see, that doesn't work. We can't allow that. The SanDisk, though, that could stay. There's paint somewhere, I'm sure. Okay, so unfortunately, the two matched cables are right angle, and normally I would be thrilled to have right angle cables, but not when I need it to fit in like a very specific way. So we're gonna see if they'll fit here without just being destroyed. I'm not thrilled about that one. I think this will work. Yeah, that will probably be fine, especially in there. I don't think it'll be an issue. Maybe, Holy, would you want to put the SanDisk in there? Well, I mean, if you're going to say that, now I really want to. Well, this doesn't even speak NVMe. I mean, that's an MSATA slot down in there. That's what we're looking at here. I'm going to see if I can put the right angle on this side, because then problems. Oh man, I don't know. I mean, sure. I guess. I don't like it, but it'll work. All right, now we just need to run this through there. It speaks to just need NVMe. You say that, but I actually don't know if it will. I don't know that it can boot off of that without having like a grub shim or something. It might be that old. Good case locks it in, by the way. Okay, I'm going to plug this in around here. So I have to plug it upside down. Hold on. Oh, wait, power's first, because then it's going to be even harder to reach power if I don't. The latch or key goes this dry. There's no way on earth I can show the camera this. I can barely see it with my eyeballs. So just give me a moment here. All right, power's plugged in. Key goes this way. No, stop sliding out. Bad. All right, that's locked in. Now this goes through here. Grub shim USB thumb drive. I mean, I would just do it over like a SATA drive. That's what the SanDisk could be used for. Okay, there we go. Whew. Grub shim is just normal booting. Yeah, this is what happens with white builds as well. I'm not sure what you mean. 950 Pro NVMe SSD and a riser can boot in any SSD. Pentium 3. What? Is that a PCI riser? How do you get... I'm confused. Okay. The front's got to come off. There's too many tabs. What do they think? I got like a million fingers? Okay. Dude, some idiot had their fans in here backwards. That's exhaust. That's not intake. Come on. All right. We're going to mount 2 fans here. I think it's going to be 2 140s. Because that's a long cable. Because I only have 140s that I'm not utilizing. Because none of my computers use 140s. So we're putting these in here. As boot ROM, so get NVMe boot and legacy systems. Yeah, but like, what's the interface? That's the questionable part. Okay. So, yeah, 140. I'm surprised this speaks 140, but, you know, whatever. I'm going to use the Noctua rubber isolator mounts because they're awesome. Thankfully, I have a bajillion of them around here now. Where are they all at? I mean, that one actually has a fan in it, doesn't it? No. Okay. Just M.2. I mean, okay, I don't think you're understanding. How do you get a PCIe device to work on a system that speaks ISA? Humble brag? I guess. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about it. Like how he's specifically not pronouncing it in the stupid way. Yeah. Use a USB drive. Okay. But I feel like I'm saying words and they're not making any sense. PCI slots can be converted to PCI. Okay, so you have to use, so it's not PCI. It needs a weird adapter. Okay. Got it. Now we're on the same page. That's the information I was missing. All right, please tell me there's a fan header really close. There is not. Well, let's go back to the Noctua goodies. I need the extension. That's the Y cable. I need the extension cable. The other one is like a 3-foot long fan cable, so it'll reach anywhere. There is no fan header. Nope, there isn't. Not in that corner, at least. It's in the middle of the case. You know what? I'm actually going to use the Y, and I'm going to connect both fans to the same header, because why not? And then the Y will actually make it reach, too. So that'll work. Oh, you pronounced it like that before the other thing. I'm pretty sure Noctua is the correct way to pronounce it. I am not 100% sure, but that is what I think. Okay. One more rubber doodad. Let's put this away. We don't need any of that. I like how I walked over there to get the cables, but there were some right here. Sorry, I'm late. New cage. Well, not really.
David Phantom says, let us test how the deck talk pronounces Noctua. We have now completed the test of how the deck talk pronounces Noctua, CHER 100. End of line.
It found the worst of all worlds. It is pronounced like that? Huh. Well, that's unfortunate. Because I'm still not going to pronounce it that way. Dude, they let me do a sponsored video and pronounce it like Noctua. I'm rolling with it. I don't, if they didn't tell me like, hey, you're spelling it wrong or pronouncing it wrong, like then dude, Fantex, what? It's solid. You can't use the rubber isolator, so I'm gonna have to hard mount that one. Oh, jerks. Fine. Well, there goes my Fantex sponsorship. All right, hitting some fan screws. Ugh. What is it? Oh no, one of them fell in my laptop bag. I actually must find that because I can't have it scratching up my laptop, and I'm going to put it in there. Okay, now let me get this back out of the way over here. Fan cable isn't stretched tight enough to play middle C. What are you even doing? I like the way you compute there. All right. All right, using screws like some kind of caveman. Also, this one backed out. Uh-oh, now that that's in the way, I can't. Hold on, I gotta remove this one because the rubber isolator wasn't in all the way. You know, it never occurred to me until just now. I could use text replacement filters.
I am disappointed in all of you, Gadget Blues, Philip Andrews, and Dylan CHER 100. End of line.
David, thank you for the 100 bits, and from before. I don't think I thanked you for that one. I could use the deck talk with a speech replacement thing and phonetic blocks to correctly pronounce things. It had not occurred to me that I could do that. So I could make it pronounce things correctly or incorrectly by just having replacement filter things for that. Come on, thread. There we go.
Gadget Blues says CHER 100. The big question is how it pronounces GIF. End of line.
The debate is settled. Gadget Blues, thank you for the 100 bits there. Whew, I don't need to immediately add a filter. Oh, correct. Okay. Doing your TTS replace certain users' names with humorous nicknames. That's not a bad idea either. I bet I can guess one person.
David Phantom says, does it matter if it's uppercase? Let's see GIF and now GIF CHER 100. End of line.
David, thank you for the 100 bits. Okay, I actually have to find the stubby screwdriver now. It's not optional, because there's no space. Where was I using it last? There it is. Got it. This is really tight. Oh my gosh. The 24-pin Molex Minifit Junior connector is right behind this. And then the RAM. It is a tight fit to do that screw because all of that's right there. All right, but it's done. All right. Here's the cable for this fan, which is so long, I can actually reach it around to the other side and plug it into the splitter next to the Noctua. And I'm not even kidding. There it is. And that's going through its cable management hole here. Obviously, we're not going to do that, but that's just, it's ridiculous. I don't know why that one is so long.
Scientist Realson says, excuse me, I think you mean GIF, which is the correct way to say it. Thank you, CHER 100. End of line.
I mean, yeah, that is how you pronounce the brand of peanut butter. All right. Let me look at that Helen Croft here. We're getting pretty close. Oh, that is supremely cursed. That's hilarious. Megastar. I want that like pronounced with the emphasis of a very disappointed parent. Like that's how I read that message in my head. Like they just found, you know, jazz cigarettes in your room or something. All right, we're going to put faceplate back on here. I think we're all done with this. Okay, let's just flip the lock switch. There we go. All right. That kind of sucks, but, you know, whatever. It doesn't matter. I think this thing's ready to be fired up now. Let's think about this. So we have all of this, which is, yeah. I can stuff that through. Wait, are there? Dude, this case is nuts. These are rounded, like, cable exit points. Like, if I wanted a cable to leave the case, I could. I like this. This is nice. I wish I had one of these sooner. I know it's GIF per the creator, but, like, they're the one who waited 30 years to come out and say that. That's their problem. It's beyond their control now. Also, Name your thing a stupid word, gonna have stupid results. I'm just saying. There's a reason I changed my username rather than trying to correct people on pronouncing it. I think the creator is just trolling. That would be pretty good. If they want to call it GIF, they would have spelled it GIF. See? I don't know about that part, Megastar, but yeah. It's just an employee says, smells, news, NASA, new, early employee. I don't know what you're talking about, Wesley. Masses dictate language, not inventors. That is way more true than you even realize, yes. I mean, maybe you do actually realize, but that's extremely true. Oh, NASA, oh. I thought it was in relation to the Noctua stuff more specifically. So many cables!
Cuckoo is hard to pronounce. CHER 100.
Yeah.
End of line.
And I'm not being pedantic, because again, stupid name, my fault. That's not how you spell it, or pronounce it, even. You're missing a vowel sound. All right, there we go. All of the extra cables are into the weird void area now, which means I can put the side panel on. That's it. This case is designed for non-modular power supplies. That's why there's so much space over there. All right, are these the same? No, they're not. Okay, so I actually have to get these correct. All right. There are no exhaust fans other than the CPU. I don't care. Oh, well. But I'm being smart and losing the thumb screws. No, I'm being smart and using the thumb screws for the place where thumb screws are actually important. Who makes this case? I think it's Master Cooler, right? Cooler Master? Yeah, it's Cooler Master. And it's who made this case, because is old.
David Phantom said, I kept by Cuckoo, you pedantic monster, CHER 100. End of line.
That's close enough. That's close enough. And thank you for the 100 bits and the other 100 bits. Non-modular power supplies, dark days, yeah. Although, you say that.
100 IK by QQ, like Bakuk, Aki Papa Cooker. End of line.
Thank you for the 100 bits, Wesley. Anyway, you say, you know, the non-modular power supply is a problem, but here's a counterpoint. I own this Corsair AX750, which I would have used in this instead, except this is the only cable I have for it. So this is almost useless. That was Majenko. Oh, my apologies. Majenko, thank you for the 100 bits. Afraid, trying to pronounce that in fear of folk teenage witchcraft, yeah. Make my own cables. That is possible, but sucks. I think we've determined that the rule here is if you think that the solution is making your own cables, you have lost. Case in point, the optical fiber bundle thing. I should not have done that. That was dumb. Okay. Thumb screws. I'm going to put one of these inside because there are 3 that are missing in there. And then I will put 2 on the top plate. And we are doing the thing. We are fully putting this completely together, and then we're going to turn it on. So it's guaranteed not to work. I've made my own cables. It only sucks while you're doing it. I mean, I have too many times. There's one in the server powering the GPU right now. It's terrible. It's awful. Don't do it. Also, Wesley, look, they re-greased it. They suck. I don't know what the price differences are, but that's the one that I ended up ultimately paying. Although I think I might have got it on like 20% off day or something. All right. See, it doesn't work well if you're not obsessive. It's a nice case. Actually, it really is. It's an extremely nice case. It's kind of disappointing that they don't make it anymore, but Also, I'm disappointed one of the rubber grommets on this mesh is gone. I have no idea what these are for, but like, You didn't get it for 4 cents? I mean, compared to what they actually sell for, I kind of did. All right. I am going to put the SATA back plane and the 1 5¼ inch cover. I should probably pull the other one out of the streaming computer, actually. I'll put, I have the original covers for that still in there. I can just put one back in. I'm going to put these in this bag, and I'm going to put the bag in there so I don't lose them. So, those are for a 240 millimeter fan. Ah, okay. All right, now just seal this. I have the original covers. Not shocked. Hey, I lost the rear I/O shield for this, so, you know, I mean, it just depends. But I can't put the rear I/O shield in the motherboard, and the rear plate covers are in the case, so slightly different. Remove grommets, add red lights. I see, I kind of like the way you're thinking there. Unfortunately, the grommet's missing because I could easily put 5mm red LEDs poking up out of there. Go retro and add neon. I have a cold cathode UV light that is meant to go on the Windows XP machine someday. But I want to recap the Ultra X Connect power supply first. Actually, I need to put the screws in here. Lost, didn't want to bother looking for it. Okay. All right, I think we're ready. That's it. It's maybe theoretically a usable system. So, first things first, I'm going to grab what will temporarily be the boot drive. That contains Ubuntu 20.04 GNOME version. I'm going to grab, you know, we'll just use the streaming PC keyboard. And that'll let me use this power cable, which is already plugged in. Turn off the 900 watt power supply before I plug it in. The sparks will all be contained in here. Grab the HDMI cable, which, oh, this does have HDMI. Fancy. Plug that in here. And then streaming computer keyboard, since it has trackpad built in, which makes life really easy. We'll find out if the USB 3.0 headers up front work or not. And here we go. What is the purpose of this PC? It is to get butter. No, it's just a test bench. I'm just going to take it home and have it sit around doing nothing. But the goal that we're going to use it for today is I'm going to put, well, maybe not even today. We kind of ran out of time. Tomorrow, we're going to use this to configure the cards, the QSFP cards, to always go into ETH mode so I don't have to use the kernel driver config to do it. Okay, here we go. Why? Oh, that's off. Okay, now why? Power strip is on. It hasn't exploded yet. I did plug in the thing. the power button bad? Okay. All right. Wasn't this going to be a capture PC? In this case, never. No. This exact same motherboard and CPU are used in the VGA capture computer, though. I just have 2 of them. Wait for Tantalus to explode. Yeah. Okay, wasn't this power switch? Yeah, that's I mean, that's in there. Okay, let's find out if the power switch is still good. Super sharp probes away. Are these sharp enough to plug into DuPont connectors? I'm kind of afraid I'm going to stab my fingers trying, but I think I might be. Okay, hold on. Power on. I'm going to go 1 in there and then 1 in the side. Okay, beat mode and... Okay, well, that's bad. I was making sure the power button's working because the motherboard should be working. The power supply should be working. We didn't kill this motherboard at some point, did we? I don't think we did. But evidence is not pointing towards it being an alive motherboard.
Chloroku says CHER 100. What is this wee thing? End of line.
All right, fair enough. Although you guys are usually goading me into, you know, maybe less than great ideas. Any LEDs on the motherboard? Yeah, there's lots. Well, I mean, there's enough. It would be, I would know if it was on. Also, the fans would be spinning. Power switch, huh? You know, on that, why was there a power LED? Oh, no, there is. So, why is it not working? Unplug CPU cooler pump. I don't know. Remove CMOS battery. I mean, there is one in there. Sometimes CMOS battery being bad holds up the entire computer. I have not personally encountered that, but it's going to cost me no effort at all to just try it. Other than I got to find the pokerator. Power cable plugged into the wall. It goes right here, and I was just using it. Yeah, for giggles, I will validate the power supply. I think we'll get blue LEDs on here because I will just power the power supply directly by shorting PS on here. We should get blue LEDs on this. Blue LED, optical drive. All right. So yeah, power supply working. Motherboard, not so much. I don't like this. That'll let me pull out the battery. I know this isn't Ivy Bridge, because Ivy Bridge is what I literally bought at first, and then I went home, looked it up, and I'm like, wait, the newer ones are out. Why wouldn't I have bought one of those? So then I went and returned the Ivy Bridge chip and bought Haswell, and then later on regretted that immensely because Haswell sucked. Okay. Those are like either the same or don't matter for the dual 4-pin. Well, that time it just turned on. All right, we're not going to question it. And, hey, it works. All right. I could also be David's battery, though. Nah, battery's okay. This is a new battery, actually. Hold on, we're gonna put the battery in. So there's power LED. It's red. It's fate. Oh my gosh, now I have to make that red. Dude, that being red makes me so unreasonably happy. You have no idea. I'm actually genuinely mad that that's blue now. All right, I'm gonna put the battery back in. This is actually a new battery. That should be fine. So, boom, it works. Okay. All right, maybe it's because I had the top on. As soon as I put the top back on, then it'll turn off again. Yeah, gaming motherboard. All right, where did I put the thumb screws? There's one, there's two. Okay, should boot, perfect. Ebon 2, beautiful. All right, we are 100% out of time for this today, but it works. So tomorrow we'll pick this back up. We'll flash the cards, because then I don't have to have the kernel modules. Okay. Whew. All right. Oh, now kind of royal. I like that idea too. Put a green one in there somewhere. Oh, wait, the optical drive is green. Wait. Green. So we have RGB. They're even in order. It's perfect. Okay. So, yep, there's the computer. It's all good. Booted and everything. Okay. Well, that's now a usable test bench system. That's going to be very handy. We will take advantage of it tomorrow. There is one problem with this, though, that would have made it unusable. But we have a solution, okay? A mandatory accessory that will be staying with that machine from now on, and we will be using tomorrow. Can anyone guess what it is? It is possible that you can guess what the mandatory accessory is that we will need tomorrow to use this for what I want. Like KDE, but XFCE is nice. Pokerator, no. XFCE isn't very efficient for how simplistic it is. It's not. KDE and XFCE, last time I tested, used the same amount of memory when booted. All right, no one guessed. PCIe riser cable, because we need to configure a low profile card, and I don't want to take off the bracket. So we're going to need this in there to be able to use that, because I'm just going to have it bleh. You were going to guess that? Yeah. No one gets a guess now that it's over, though. All right. Capture card. No, but if I can remember where that is, it should be possible to use a capture card to control the system. Where did I put that? Please tell me I put it somewhere sensible. Oh, wait. I think it's in my laptop bag, actually. I think I'm the kind of weirdo who saw that thing and was like, I must carry that with me everywhere I go. Hold on. I think it's in here, and it'll be kind of nice to not carry it. I think it's this one. So this is a console cart cable thing. So this is VGA capture and then USB HID emulation. And then there is a mini USB cable that plugs into this. So the idea is that you plug this into here and then the VGA port, and then this acts as a flash drive that hosts a Java program that will then communicate with this thing itself and then do basically IPMI or whatever through this thing. I might put all this on here and then leave this in my rack, and then if I need to run a longer term test, I can just connect it to one of my servers and bam, have remote desktop capture. The only problem is that this doesn't work on contemporary Linux, so I might have to do a VM with USB pass-through. YouTube chat delay is crazy. It is. It's really annoying. Yeah. There is nothing I can do about it. It is how YouTube does chat. They give me so if you don't know, I wrote my own YouTube chat integration. They give me a time in milliseconds that I have to wait before requesting a new batch of chat messages. So when you don't see it, it is 100% YouTube telling me to wait longer before requesting the next set of chat messages. It's awful. So, has to be Java. There's literally nothing else can do what Java does. Nothing. Yeah, for sure. Yep. Well, all right. That's going to be it for today. This was not the stream that I expected this to be, but I mean, you know, why not? We got something done that was productive. I wanted this system built up this way, and now I won't take it home today because we will use it tomorrow, but I will probably take it home tomorrow after stream, just so I can have it there. No more using the ITX motherboard. Woo! I'm excited for that. So, yeah. But all right. It was productive. Yes. So we'll do that. And yeah, that'll be it. So, I know you answered riser cable just as you asked. Yeah, I kind of figured that was what you did. Oh, you know what? This doesn't work because it's plugged into the other computer. Let's shut this down. What kind of motherboard was I using? It's just some garbage ITX motherboard. Haswell era. Same era as this, just not as good. Long story short, I have built computers for other people, and when they were done with parts of the computers, they gave them back to me, and that was one of the parts. You'll take it? I really don't think it's worth it. Additionally, I'm just going to end up keeping it because I always find uses for weird hardware. It's just useful enough, just modern enough to be useful, I should say. So I'm probably going to keep it for whatever other random weird thing I need. So, all right, that's shutting down. Taking forever to shut down. Yeah, oh, it's really cool. I finally have a computer in that thing. All right. Oh, whoa. That got out of my hand. Let's run the outro. Boom. All right. Thank you all for being here for this stream. It was not quite what I expected, because what I expected just worked. Worked so well, we can even do it again here, just for giggles. Look, it's 40 gig networking. Whoa, it's crazy. Wow, it just worked and wanted to make me look stupid. But oh well. Tomorrow we're gonna configure the firmware on these cards, and then we might try out a U.2 NVMe drive array. We'll see. But that's going to be it for today. So if you enjoyed this stream, you may want to follow to be notified when I go live again next. If you want to help support the channel, you can find me on Patreon or get a shirt like this one. But for now, that's it, and I will see you all next time.